Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? It is Tuesday. It is 10 a.m. Pacific time. That means one thing. The John and Wayne show is in effect, and I couldn't be happier. We get to celebrate together because this is round 2 for me. I think Wayne's done 6 shows today so far.
First today. It'll be 6 by the end of the day, John. 6 by the end of the day.
Hardest working man and Breezy for president. We already got the stuff showing up in the chat. How you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing good, man. It's good to be here. It's Tuesday, and it's the official week of football, right? Like, we're talking official. We're talking football kicks off this Thursday night. Got football on Friday, football all day Sunday, except for that one game, which we're going to be getting ready for. And on tomorrow, John is going to bring back the game plan. So John is going to take us and walk us through the steps on how we are going to devour the New York Football Jets. I can't wait because I have no idea what John has to say. Tomorrow on the Wayne Breezy channel. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's right. So the only way to get that, the Wayne Breezy, type in that wherever it is. Not going to be on my channel. Not going to be anywhere on my stuff. Just over there. So go hit that subscribe button. That's where it's at. I want to say thank you. Welcome to everybody. Now, the news of the day is definitely Trent Williams coming back, but there's a lot more news than just that. Not only is Trent Williams coming back and ending his holdout, the deal's not done yet. We'll keep you abreast of the situation. But also Christian McCaffrey's back at practice. But also Ricky Pearsall's back in the building. The quote was in the weight room. I don't think he's out there doing bench press and whatnot. But just the fact that he's back sharing his story amongst his brothers, that is huge. It's just, Wayne, can you recall a time, definitely this offseason, where the vibes were just like, goodness, hitting on all cylinders?
I mean, when I tell you the 49ers wait to the right time, they just wait to the right time. It's not just all on them, but it's all on them. Like, at the end of the day, like they hit a button and then they go full throttle. And once they go full throttle, good luck. It's almost like having Nas in the car, right? Like, you got to hit it at the right time. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm just saying, you hit that button at the right time and you Audi 5000. And that's where the Niners are. It's going to be good to have those guys back. Brandon Ayuk's back in practice, like no one's talking about like that. That is not the title. Ayuk is back. CMC is back. Brock's going to get the full offense back right before the only week that mattered. The only week that mattered. He's going to get his full offense back. It's going to be exciting to see how things go in camp. Practice now because training camp is officially over. So I'm excited, bro. Football is on Monday, and the team is back. And Trent Williams probably will practice on Thursday.
I love it, man. What's the line? I live my life a quarter mile at a time. That's what it is, man. What's up, Carlos? Appreciate you, man. He says, finally Trent appears, and hope it's all good for the offensive line. Say hello to my little friend. That's what's up, man. You got the Scarface reference. 49ers just, it's going well. And, you just check in with everybody. And look at Joe. He says, I noticed Ayuk signed when John was gone. I was thinking John should maybe take a couple of days off so Trent would sign. It's what it is. I was asleep whenever it got announced. I was up late working on my betting segment. And so, like, I was up real late just working on numbers and all the, which I'm going to release later today on the 49ersrush.com and our Patreon, all of our season-long bets. And then we'll release the week 1 bets. That's going to be probably Saturday or Friday. I wanted to wait until we got all the practice reports. And so no official practice reports come out for the 49ers until Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Even though the 49ers practice today, it's a bonus practice, and they don't even have to report who's in, who's out, all that stuff to the NFL. You only have to do 3 of those a week. And because they play Monday, we're getting a bonus practice today because the bye week, the preseason bye week. We get a bonus practice on Wednesday because it's a Monday Night Football game. Bonus, bonus, bonus. Now, my question to you, Wayne. Mm-hmm. I know Trent's back. Mm-hmm. When will he practice for the first time in your guess?
It's Thursday, right? Because when you look at Trent Williams, you got to pay attention to Trent Williams and his I would say kind of like how he just operates, right? And so Trent apparently is back. He's in the building. They working out the deal, cool beans, whatever. Everybody knows it's going to get done, or he wouldn't have took a private jet, which is his there. I think he would have took charter. He just flew. Anyway, he's there. And so it's Thursday. He doesn't practice on Wednesday. So this Wednesday crap, we get that out of our system. It's just something Trent Williams hasn't done in the past. How many league times he been in the league in a year? He just doesn't do it on Wednesdays. It's just not going to happen. So he'll do what he needs to do today. Handle the BI today. You just told us it was a bonus practice tomorrow. I don't care if it was mandatory. He wouldn't be there. It's just something that he does, and the team doesn't care. He's ready to go. And so I think he'll be good there. Thursday be his first practice. Thursday, Friday, I'm sure will they have a Saturday. They'll probably have a walkthrough on Sunday, which is kind of like a day off, even though it's a walkthrough. And then Monday, they'll be good to go.
Man, I'll say this too. I look at this comment. Jedi it says Pearsall got lucky. His guardian angel gets a butt slap. It's just crazy. Man. The whole Pierce, and that's what I was saying. Like, it's weird to say one of our players got shot this weekend, but vibes are all-time high. Like, because even in that situation, it's like the best possible outcome that could have ever taken place in that situation, which was horrible. But, man, the kid's back in the weight room already? Like, that's insane. And I love that. I feel like the health of the mental health, really, not even just the physical. If Ricky Pearsall didn't play at all this year, that's cool. It's a win. That situation is already a win. But the fact that he's already in the building, I can't believe he's out of the hospital in one day. Now he's back in the building with his guys. Imagine what that would do if you're just a random 49er, the number 2 linebacker or whatever. You're in the middle of your workout, getting your weights in, and you look over and you see Ricky Pearsall coming to the building, Wayne. Like,
it just exemplifies the mentality of the young man, right? We always talk about being hurt and being injured, and it just looks like, he knows that he's on the NFI list. He understands he's got some time to recoup, rejuvenate, heal. But maybe he's full of animanium. I don't know. Like, maybe he's just full of stuff we don't know. Maybe we have our own official Wolverine / Deadpool on the team. I prefer Wolverine. But maybe we just have that. And it's good to see Ricky Pearsall in great spirits. He wants the team to know that he's there, he's around, he's in the building. And I don't know, that resonates in me, man. That's a guy I want on my squad. Like, right? That's a guy I want to run through a wall for. A guy that took a bullet for the team. He took a bullet and he's back with the team. That's amazing. That's astonishing in my book. But I'm still continuing to keep him in my prayers, and that everything goes the way it needs to go for Ricky Pearsall and the San Francisco 49ers. So it's great to see him back. And that's a good report, man. It's a great report. Great report.
It's all good news. All good news. And shout out to my man Juan Salas. He says, it's football season. With John and Wade are on the screen, let's go. Football season is in full effect. And right here, Steve, appreciate you, man. He said, once BA signed, I expected Trent to sign by Tuesday. Good guess. Wayne's been right on this, as he always is. You ain't got to tell me. When Wayne speaks, y'all better listen. I remember that one game where you had like the yardage of Brock Purdy, like almost down to like the yard. Right? And all that stuff. And shoot, when Wayne when Wayne talks, you got to listen, because he don't miss. He don't miss. Now, here we go. We got a comment, and we always got to do this. I knew it was going to come to a front. Shout out to our man, Nick. He says, John, I heard because Trent Williams was in Texas. That's why I'll be ready for the full workload. But if he went to Michigan, he wouldn't be ready till week 2.
I'm just saying, first of all, he went to Oklahoma.
He did. I know he's in Texas.
I know he lives in Texas. I get it. Why the shot at Michigan? Is it, Nick? Is it because I'm here? Is that what it is? Did you really save this uploaded in the clip for Tuesday's episode? If so, hold up. If so,
I had it starred.
There you go, man. Because that was a shot. That was a shot.
And it's a good shot because Texas, Michigan play each other this week. I'm just throwing that out there.
Listen, it's gonna be a great game. I'll leave it at that. Don't let what happened in Michigan's first game fool anybody out there. I'm telling you right now. I know Texas handled their business, but they both teams won week 1. College football, John, 12 o'clock. I'm so glad we don't have anything to do this weekend. I'm so glad we're not together this weekend because we wouldn't be together if we were together.
We would be yelling very loud. Wayne's always level 10. I'd have to get there. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. What's up, Jax? We got boats in the house. Appreciate you so much, Debbie. You are amazing. Appreciate just all the positive vibes. And just positivity you bring to every situation. So many awesome people in this chat. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's go to Mike here. I like this one. All is right in the world. Time to get those last fantasy drafts and bets in the season ready to go. Later today, I'm going to load all the in-season bets. So look for that. That's going to be on the 49ersrush.com and the Patreon channel. If you haven't signed up yet, I've got a full page and a half of season-long bets that I'm going to load that I spend a lot of time on. That's where that's going to be. Now, Wayne, couple roster moves that I want to talk about. Okay. The 49ers go out and add Brandon Parker, offensive tackle, to the 53-man roster. This was before Trent. Now Trent's back. But you moved Pearsall from active roster to NFI. So you get that spot back. Does Brandon Parker, are you carrying 4 tackles on this active roster week 1?
Yeah, I mean they did it all last year. They did it all last year and had like a swing guard. Remember, John Feliciano was kind of like that guy that would move around if they needed him. And so they had a backup left tackle, backup right tackle. So if you go back to last season, which was the first time we've seen them do this, usually we carry 1 tackle. He's the swing tackle. Now it's funny because I had Brandon Parker initially making the 53 because I thought he would have been that swing tackle at that moment, but they decided to release him, and now he's back. It is all roster politics, though, right? Like that's why Kyle Shanahan said in the presser, he's like, the initial 53 roster is not the final 53 roster. It's never going to be a final 53-man roster. It's always going to be some parts that are interchangeable. And so when you're in the business like this, the 49ers, and I'm sure every other NFL team does it, but the team that we zero in on it is going to make sure that they're able to interchange parts where they can. And so this is one of those particular moves, just like just like Sam O made the roster and then he got released, right? Just like that. And then now he's back on the practice squad with a kind of like a promise to appear week 1, right? Because we don't know the health of Yetur Gross-Matos, right? So now you need an extra edge rusher. So this roster is always going to be interchangeable. But as far as Brandon Parker, bro, I think you carry the 4 tackles week in, week out.
Okay, so all right, let's stick with that. Shout out to my man Grand A in the chat, #CC, #BB. The band's back together. Okay, so let's say we keep 4 tackles. You've got your offensive lineman. Banks, I fully expect to play this week. Obviously, Brindle, Dominique Pooney, who I think Burford will be active. Who's your next offensive lineman? Is it Ben Barch? Is it Nick Zakelj? Who's your swing guy that's going to be your backup center? If you had to do, like, who are you picking out of those guys? Ben Barch, Nick Zakelj. Who do you want as that swing guard center guy?
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna. I mean, they're both veterans, but I wonder if they go with the more of the Ben Barch way. It's
a lot more starts.
Yeah. Like you know what I mean. Even though I thought Nick Zakelj played the center the best in the whole preseason. It's so weird. You kicked him outside though. He was struggling, but you left him at center. I thought he was the best at the centers, including, thought he was the best at center. So it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna go with Ben Barch. I mean, they brought him back for a reason.
The run game, Nick Zakelj is so good. I mean the tape.
That's what I want though.
Oh, and the pass pro struggles a little bit against stunts and all that stuff. Ben Barch. Yeah, a lot less higher ceiling, lower ceiling. I think is the right way to say that. Yeah. But the pass pro and all that stuff, it's going to be better. I do feel that. Peachy, what's up, Peachy? She says CMC coming back because he knows he's protected completely now. Yeah, I'm going to tie mine back with number 71. I ain't got a problem with that. Look at my man Jack, bow tie, always represented. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. 6 days till the Juice touchdown tracker is back. By far one of my favorite Twitter accounts. I think you're locked right now, though. You're on private. So when you come back to private, you let us know. I don't even
let us know.
I don't think that he's interested in more followers, but it's by far. If you're one of the select few, you already know. That's a fun one. That's always a fun one. Appreciate you, Shot Jay. like, subscribe, Patreon, both channels. The support is much appreciated. If you like what we got going here, man, support, that's what it is. That's what we're going to do. Now, let's get to some more roster moves. Tay Martin officially released from the practice squad today. I like Tay Martin. Just, I don't know.
The hardest part is when other players get released from other teams and and they bring in other players. They got Trent Taylor on the practice squad. Terrace Marshall Jr. is on the practice squad. I mean, are these guys just a level up over Tay Martin? It's like we never really got to see him like do his thing, but I thought he had a great preseason. This might have been the best preseason we've seen of Tay Martin since he's been with the squad. Unfortunately, they run out of spots, and he's just the odd man out. But that doesn't mean he won't be back unless he gets picked up from another team. It says he was released, so I'm assuming he doesn't have to clear any type of waivers. So he's a free agent at this point, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of what you got to do. Now, what do you make of, let's talk a little salary cap, because the 49ers adjusted Malik Collins, his deal, who you just traded for, and basically what they did was they added 3 void years to free up $6.7 million cap space this year. And I think even after this Trent Williams deal, the 49ers never spend all their cap. They just never do. They roll everything forward so that they can have that adjusted cap value. Next year's going to be a fun one. Obviously, you got all the extensions with, Brock Purdy, Diamador Lenore, Talanoa Hufanga, Dre Greenlaw, Aaron Banks, all those things. Wayne, let's just take a little glimpse forward briefly. If you had to pick one of those guys not named Brock Purdy to sign next year, Charvarius Ward, you got to throw him in there too. Is there anybody that stands out in these expiring contracts looking forward, kind of that you think, this should be a priority as we move forward?
I wonder if there's anybody that the Niners can look to. I know you can't extend Brock till next year, but is that the truth for all the players that are free agents?
They have to complete 3 years in the NFL before they're allowed to negotiate contracts.
So you can't negotiate with Diamador Lenore.
No, he's finished 3. He's finished.
Oh, 3. This is his 4th year.
Yeah, this is 4th year.
So I would look. I mean, if I had to pick one, like, it's not that I don't like Mooney Ward, but if I had to pick a guy, like, I want the homegrown guy, like, right? Yeah. So I always go with the homegrown guy. So, like, if they can look to extend Lenore, which I know he ain't gonna try to probably. I mean, I wouldn't.
I think his agent even came out.
You get what I'm saying?
We're gonna play this year.
Yeah, like you need it, but I mean, you put the offer out there. You look to see who you can extend, see if you can get a good little discount for the market jumps up. But we're gonna lose some players. I do believe that money though is divided into those 3 void years, so it's only $2 million a year. It's not a bad deal at all. Like, shout out to Malik Collins, even though his contract expires in 2 years. That money, he'll still be getting an extra $2 million no matter where he goes. So that's kind of dope. Like, $2 million.
Yeah, because like when you do the signing bonus, you get all of that. Now the rules say you can spread a signing bonus out over 5 years. Mm-hmm. That's what the Niners did. So essentially, he had what would that be? $10 million due. They said, look, we're going to give you all $10 million now, but we're going to count it against the cap. Each one of these 5 next year, so it's $2 million, $2 million, $2 million, $2 million.
Correct.
It just helps the cap out, and he gets all that money up front. So he gets to deposit that in the bank today, which, man, happy for him.
So he gets to deposit a $10 million check.
That's correct. That's the
but it doesn't account toward the cap. It reads toward the cap as
divided by 5.
By 5.
Boom,
Gotcha.
boom, 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 all the way
man.
down.
We got $10 million man. I'll dig it. I could dig it.
I love that. Lots of void years. 49ers. This was the biggest problem with the Trent Williams one. Is like you already had him signed for 3 years plus a void year, huge void year. Now, how do you do that with somebody that's already 36 years old? Mm-hmm. That was the issue. Now, the details, I keep checking, and I know Wayne's going to know way before me. I follow Wayne for many reasons. One, he's a good friend. Is because he breaks news. Like, that dude is faster than everybody else, and it ain't even close. And he got the graphics ready, which I don't know how you do that. I feel like you are a mad man, my friend. So whenever that does happen, Wayne, and also if you guys are on the Bleacher Report app, how do they follow you on there, Wayne?
Yeah, so you just go to download the Bleacher Report app to your phone. You just look up the Wayne Breezy or Wayne Brown, either way. And my picture will pop up. You guys are familiar with my picture. It's a little cartoon character of me. And follow me there. That way you don't miss the episodes. I'll be covering them a lot throughout the regular season. And so make sure that's where my post reaction shows will be, directly after the games, before we jump on the nitty gritty. So it's gonna be a great season, man. I'm excited, and you guys can follow there. It's really good crowd, great content as well.
I
And I hope
remember
to get John on there this year. That'd be cool if I could entice him away from the live stadium.
Yeah, we'll see. Now it's funny. I remember I sent something to Wade. I don't remember what it was, like a t-shirt or a hat or something stupid. And I went to the place to like mail it to him, and I filled it out like Wayne Breezy. And the lady goes, "Is his last name Breezy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I texted Wade. I was like, "What's your last name?" He's like, "Brown." I was like, "Oh, I thought it was Wayne Breezy." Like,
That
I'm
is
such an
too
idiot.
funny.
But that's what it is, man. It's what it is. Right here, Banks, if they like him that much, guard salary on the open market is so much. They did draft, Spencer Burford's under contract next year. That's another one. Greenlaw, we'll see. They got a lot of linebackers behind him. It's rough, man. Keeping everybody together, which that's the thing, is this balancing act that, look, let's be honest, ownership and the front office has been crucified all offseason. I feel like every single offseason, get it done, get it done, get it done, get it done. But now the hay's in the barn. I'm from the South. I said it.
They still should have got that shit. They still should have got it done. They still should have got it done.
Yeah.
They didn't. The 49ers organization, I know, moves like they move just like that. We get it, right? They got their own clock. It's not even a Timex, Rolex. It's a Niners clock. It's a clock that moves when they want it to move. I don't even think it's connected to our standard time. They might even be on a Gregorian calendar or something totally different, right? But I wish the Niners would do it a little bit differently moving forward. But at the end of the day, they don't care, and they don't have to. I remember going way back saying that they will get it done when they're ready. Like everything, it'll happen when they want it to happen. So we just gotta figure out a way, John, to get our faithful community to be
faithful.
No, they're faithful. Listen, I'm never testing the faith. It's
less critical.
It's patience, bro.
Patience.
We are the most impatient, and I get it. I get it because we got to Super Bowl 3 times and lost all 3. When after we went 5-0, and then we got there 3 more times, and we just like 0-3. So I get it. It's just like they want it to be bang bang all the time, right? It's not how it works.
I want to do like the whistle intro to the Guns N' Roses, just the little patience.
But
I'm not talented at any of that stuff.
I can't whistle.
Wish I could.
I can
whistle, but I can't do like that. I mean, that's incredible. But I think you're right. And like, is there another team in the NFL that has been able to mainstay all of this talent? It doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. Now, what's Brock, that extension's there, the degree of difficulty is going to shoot up through the roof. But I still feel, John, that they figure it out. I think the 49ers are the trendsetters. Everybody said that this team can't have this amount of superstars and pay them damn near top money at their position. The 49ers says, "Oh, watch us do it." They did it. Now, they got to get a quarterback. And I get it. It's never been done before. Like, it hasn't been done. Usually when you get the quarterback, you got to get rid of some of these contracts. So we get it. Bro, I think the salary cap is a game, and I think the 49ers are mastering the mother freaker, right? Like they're the Bobby Fischer of salary cap right now. We going chess references?
Bro, I was going chess reference, bro. Come on, tell me Parag not the Bobby Fischer of the salary cap, bro. Every year we get this number. Every year we're over the cap. Every year they figure out a way. And then next thing you know, we like, dang, how we get under the cap? Just let the money peoples handle the monies, and we handle the honeys.
Oh,
you know what I'm
go.
saying, baby? Like, come on, baby. I feel like I'm on my Mac stuff right now. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We got In Parag We Trust. I love it, man. Just coming across.
Put him on a dollar bill, on a bill. I feel like Parag needs to be on a bill. That dude has changed the salary cap game. And that's what happens when you mess with guys that are really good with numbers. Oh, yeah, you think you got me? Watch this.
Look at this. Johnny Dale in the house. Shout out to the man. Johnny Dale's Football Academy. When you want to learn football, you go watch his show.
This is it. Johnny, that number too high for me, but this is it.
Yeah, he's talking about now the Brock Purdy deal. 10-year, $600 million contract. Backload the crap out of the base salary. Front load some bonuses.
This is it.
Cap number won't go higher. That's exactly that's basically carbon copy of the Mahomes deal.
This is it.
And the Eagles deal, which is those are the two most cap-friendly deals. You know what the two worst cap-friendly deals was Deshaun Watson and Kyler Murray. Number 3 would have been Matthew Stafford. Those were the ones that were just kind of like, ooh, this deal hurts. But yeah, we'll see. And next year, we're going to spend a lot of time on that. But this is what I want.
This is it. I had the number at 580, but you can't tell me, Johnny, bro, we not close. I had it at 580 mil. That's 58 mil a year. That's where I had it at.
I think he's going to get a lot more than 58, but that 10 years kind of you can mess with some stuff and all that. For sure. Dre, appreciate you. Dre Area Sports, subscribe to the great John Chapman, Wayne Breezy. Go check out Dre Area Sports too. Yeah, there's lots of love to go around, baby. I don't believe in competition. I believe there's plenty of seats at this table. That's what I love. That's what I love. Now, let's see, Coach Cruz, my man. He says, I bet we don't wait till August to get the Brock Purdy deal done. Well, like, it's a little bit different negotiate with somebody that's made $170 million in their career, or like $71 million in his career, like Trent Williams did, and then negotiate with somebody that's made barely $2.2 million in their career. A little bit different. It's like whenever you land on like the light blues in Monopoly versus, you know what I'm talking about?
Hold up. Connecticut Ave, Oriental Ave, and
Vermont.
Vermont. Come on, B.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. I'm a Baltic Avenue guy. I'll go dark purple on your
man. Because you putting 30 hotels on the mother truckers, yo. They cheaper, man. Get the cheaper property, put the hotels up. You still gonna get the same money.
I love it. I love it. Right here, Johnny Dale sticking with it. 580 was going to be.
He's right. Johnny's right.
Goff's new deal, so it jumps up a little bit.
He's right.
That's where it is. Yeah, I love it, man. Right here, Steven. Kyle took so long to get his quarterback. I believe he will do similar things to the Mahomes deal, but you have to have two. You could offer that if, like, and I'll be honest with you, if I'm an agent, I'm not taking that deal. I don't like agents. I don't
it's
like
too long. That because it's too long of a deal, right?
I want to get repaid. Like the fact that Mahomes is like the 8th highest paid quarterback now, like. But Mahomes don't care. He owns the Royals. He's a mainstay. He makes his money away. You know, it's a little bit like the Brady package where, look, man, you can sign the TB12 deal and get paid for that from the Patriots. Like, you got to get creative on all these other ways. But, man, Brock Purdy deserves it, and I'm excited for him, and I don't think he's going anywhere. And I played this clip earlier today, and I'm going to play it again. I believe this. The 49ers championship window is open as long as Shanahan is here with above-average quarterback play. Listen to Christian McCaffrey talk about how long the 49ers championship window is open.
I don't know. I know we got a window this year. That's all I know. So focused on this year and taking it, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 year at a time.
There we go. I don't know, but it's open right now. That window is open. Mosquitoes coming in and going out. There's no screen on it. You get through it easy. It's what it is, man. And so, yeah, whatever you feel next year, and we'll focus a lot of time on Brock Purdy in the future and Cap and blah, blah. Like, it's always 1 foot in the future, 1 foot in the present, and 1 foot in the past, too. We got 3 feet. But that's kind of where it is. But, man, championship window wide open this year, right, Wayne?
Yeah, it is. And if I'm the Niners, I think I mentioned this a while back, and I know it's probably a wild take, but I love Dre Greenlaw, and I'm coming at him just to see if he'll take a deal now. And I feel like if I'm Dre Greenlaw's representation, I probably jump on it because the market for the linebackers is going to be different. He's not playing a full season. This might be the best move. Stay at home. Do a 2-year deal. And, he's still young. Do a 2-year deal and see how that pans out for you as far as your health you maintaining your health. We know he plays very violent, very physical, and unfortunately, he got hurt by like a freak injury. So if I'm the Niners, if I'm John Lynch, and I do got some money to play around with the cap, I think I would try to get Dre Greenlaw. It'll reduce the cap's money hit this year too. And I would go ahead and try to extend him for another 2 years. I don't care who I got in here needs to develop. They can wait. You got Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Devondre Campbell's on a 1-year deal, so he'll probably ship out. And then you can go ahead and filter in the D Winters and if the other guys progress. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it.
Mine too. Invader says Greenlaw always been my favorite player and the only autograph I have. Ooh, I like Invader might be my burner channel that I'm like, you know what I mean? I found it. Because we agree on too much. What's up, Sid? How we doing? Real quick. I'm so pumped about this. And this year, you know, we've got my bookie back for another year, which is crazy. We've been doing this a long time. But if you're betting at all on anything this year, you got to do it right here. We are back, baby. Year 6 with my bookie. I love these guys. There's being a fan and enjoying your team playing, but whenever you're invested in it and you've got money on the line, it's so much more enjoyable. The highs are higher, sometimes the lows are lower, but it's totally worth it. Trust me. And once you start, it's kind of hard to stop, but just always manage your own bets. Make sure you don't go too far with anything and consider this entertainment. But we're going to guide your hand. We help you here at the 49ers Rush. We post all of our bets and what we do every single week with the Niners over on our Patreon and the 49ersrush.com. We got you. And my favorite thing about my bookie, there's several. Easy to get money in and out. Don't have to download an app. Whatever it is you want to bet, this player, that many carries, under carries, spread, parlays, all that stuff, it's easy. All you got to do is go to mybookie.ag, use promo code 49ERS, or just use this QR code next to me if you're watching. Use promo code 49ers, and guess what? You get a $1,000 bonus all the way up to that on your first deposit. It's incredible. All you got to do is use 49ERS. It helps the show, and trust me, you're going to have a good time. And with college football season, you can bet on that if you want to. Last year, they had some of the best odds for Michigan to win the national championship. 10 times return if you bet Michigan to win the national championship before the season started. They've got all that stuff set up there again for college football, NFL, you name it. Never miss out on the action again. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. You see that, Wade? I got that Michigan reference in the ad read. Come on, man.
I mean,
you ain't mad.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I'll say this, and also MyBookie just upped their bonus to 100% match up to $1,000. You put in 50, you get 50. Put in 1,000, you get 1,000 extra bet. So that's you. Just use our promo code. Couple things just out there that if you want to bet the Niners right now on MyBookie, Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year, you bet 5, you get 40 back. Christian McCaffrey, over 10 rushing touchdowns. That's even money bet. Brock Purdy to win MVP. Bet 5, get $85 back. So if you're like sold on some of these guys for the 49ers going out there, I'm just saying those are a couple that are out there right now. I'm going to load all of my bets over on the 49ersrush.com and our Patreon channel in the link of our description. Go check that out. And if you haven't checked out Wayne's Patreon, Explosive Plays, you want to know the one thing that as a coach, these were the things. Turnovers, explosive plays. You win those two things, you win. Wayne breaks it all down. It is absolutely incredible. A must-watch every single week. The Wayne Breezy on Patreon. Go check that out. Very, very important. Now, real quick, I'm the whole time I'm trying to like construct how I want to approach this. I'm seeing comments in the chat about people saying Kyle Shanahan's on the hot seat. 1,000% disagree, and I want Wayne's opinion on this. These are people that no longer have negativity to talk about the contracts with Trent or Ayuk, and so they have to find something else negative because negativity is how they fuel their show and their clicks, and that's all that is. Anybody that tells you Brock Purdy's on or Kyle Shanahan's on the hot seat is not paying attention to reality. They are just trying to appeal to emotion, and that's all that they could sell because they don't understand football usually. That's my own opinion. Wayne, talk me off the ledge. Tell me I'm a crazy person.
You're absolutely not a crazy person. I mean, what has Kyle Shanahan done to prove that he doesn't belong the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers? I mean, this guy builds relationships with players. This guy has turned this franchise into a winning franchise. They've been in the NFC Championship for umpteen years. They've been in the Super Bowl, 2 times since he's been here. And I know he's 0-2 in that particular game. I mean, just some unfortunate things have happened in those games, especially the last one. You look at the last one, you're saying like, dang, this guy doesn't get injured. Oh, man, we would have a different conversation. If George Kittle gets injured later on, it's just a lot of stuff just didn't pan out. But the fact that he's here, he's built and changed. I feel like he's changed the whole environment. He's changed the whole demeanor of what the San Francisco 49ers need to be like. The guy, and then they've been able to attract free agents. I think that's the most important part. You know how hard it is to go play for a California team, and people are choosing to play for San Francisco. They love the coaching. They love that we're winning at the end of the day. Now, can we get over this big hump? I think that's why you keep him here. It doesn't make sense to add a new coach. Then everything's going to change. Everything's going to change. So, look, I know people are just, they disagree with sometimes with Kyle Shanahan's play calling. That's fine. That's cool. But to say that he's going to be on the hot seat, it's not like he's having a losing season, right? It's not like he's having a losing season. So as long as this team continues to compete for the Super Bowl year in and year out, I just don't see him going anywhere. Matter of fact, get ready for another extension, even though he just got extended. Like, just get ready.
It's coming. And look at Logan. He says, once again, Kyle is 36-15, 8-4 in the postseason, multiple NFC championship appearance, Super Bowl appearance, $12 million house.
Man.
He ain't going anywhere. And for anybody saying that this dude is on the hot seat, here's Kyle Shanahan for you.
Oh, I understand. I don't think you understand.
Boom. It's simple. It is.
I need to know who asked that question. You made sure you edited that part. I just needed to hear the voice.
Yeah,
I understand. I didn't think you understand.
That one. Slick, listen, I appreciate the super chat. You are absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I ain't gonna put that guy's name anywhere on my show ever. So that sorry about that, but I do appreciate all you do. Some things don't belong, and that's okay. That's okay. I hope that person makes all the money in the world. Just nah, they ain't gonna be represented here at any point in time. So Shanahan ain't going nowhere. I understand you'd be frustrated, but you gotta look across the NFL, man. Like Dan Quinn just got hired as a head coach. I'm just saying.
There's nobody I'd rather have than Kyle Shanahan, although I miss Jim.
Yeah. Oh, he's incredible. And I think he's going to have a great year. I don't think the roster's that great.
No. And it's going to take time for him in LA, but I miss Jim. Because Jim, I feel like we would run through a brick wall for Jim. That I feel like is the
for 5 years, and then he's gonna wreck it. Have you watched that freaking documentary?
Yeah, that junk had me rolling because the way that they just
go down there.
I don't want to go into it neither, but it had me cracking up because I just feel like they exiled the dude. Like dude got exiled, which.
Somebody got to fall. What's the Bane clip? One of us must be in the wreckage, brother.
I can't do the damn accent.
Can't do it either.
But that was dope.
Nick, appreciate you, man. He says, what makes Kyle above... Yeah, there it is. How's Millie Borden? What makes Kyle above reproach? Nothing. Absolutely not. But you have to look around. It's like people that are saying, like, oh, why don't we trade for... I don't know, fill in the blank. Why don't we trade for Joey Bosa? Those articles I get all the time. Like some things just don't happen. You have to look at the logistics behind everything, who you're going to replace him with, all that stuff. That's why it doesn't make any sense. Kyle Shanahan is, no matter, even if you're a Shanahan hater, he's the top 5 coach in the NFL, period. And I think he's a top 3 coach.
Probably the number 1 play caller too, right? Like, and just think about it.
The best roster in the NFL. He built it. John Lynch did not build it.
Correct.
Kyle Shanahan built this.
Correct.
Period.
And if you go back and look at what this team has done since 2017, they got pieces back from that draft that they couldn't draft. You look at Christian McCaffrey, that was their guy. We just couldn't spend the draft pick on him because we needed to build the defense. Even though we did it wrong, we got something out of that draft. You got a tight end, right? And so at the end of the day, when you go back to that draft, like Kyle got pieces from that draft. Kyle's got pieces from 2018, 2019. Like this is I don't see who can come in and replace. Now, listen, I am over critical of some of the things that Kyle Shanahan does. And the one thing that I hope he does this year, well, 2 things. If he can just listen, watch the show, and I know he don't care. But if he can just be a little bit more punctual with the time clock, like just have that down pack, knowing when to use the timeouts, know that, and just allowing, just take the training wheels off Brock Purdy. That's it. Let's let this kid go out there and play quarterback.
And I think that's kind of what he's setting up. You look at drafted Ricky Pearsall first round, fourth round, Jacob Cowan, getting those guys, empty sets, all that coming. I think that makes sense. The 49ers just officially announced just the practice squad moves are official. The signing of linebacker Deshaun White and the official release of Tay Martin, that's officially processed. We knew that was out there. Wayne, I knew this was out there because of Wayne's channel, the Wayne Breezy. Go follow Wayne. But that's officially thoughts on bringing another linebacker. Like, we're kind of peppered with linebackers on this entire roster. I feel like this is more of like a special teams.
Yeah, so you took the words right out of my mouth. I talked about this last night on Nitty Gritty Niners because we were talking about who are gunners and things like that. And I just tried to remind everybody that it's a new rule. It's a new kickoff rule. It's not about having speed, getting down there, clocking, blah, 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 blah. Like, those players can't even take off until that ball is actually caught in that zone. So it's all about being able to make sure you could get down there, bust through that wedge, and secure a tackle at this point. And I think you go linebacker, safeties, maybe a wide receiver or two on your kickoff team. So if he does end up making the 53 roster being called up, I think that's what you're getting him for, because you got some guys like maybe they don't want T. Winters on special teams. Maybe they definitely don't want Jordan Mason on special teams. So how do you replace those two guys? Well, you get these guys on the practice squad, you bring them in, and you see what happens. So I think during the regular season, 53 active, 2 can be 50 to 55, but 2 got to be linemen.
The old rules were you could elevate 2, but usually as long as one of those was a lineman. I think they nixed that part, but we're going to find out week 1.
We'll find out week 1.
Yeah, because how many you make active and inactive and all that stuff, because you have 53, then you promote to 55, then you get down to 47. It's just, I feel like Count on Sesame Street right here, like, like we're doing it all. One more thing that I thought was funny, back to betting a little bit, but Vegas knows what's up. The 49ers line was 49ers minus 3.5. So we're 3.5 point favorites. Trent Williams deal gets announced. Now it's 4.5 points. Trent Williams made a full point jump in the spread. So now the 49ers are 4.5 point favorites. Early on, I know we're doing the game plan tomorrow on Wayne's show. What are your thoughts on that? 4.5 points versus the Jets? Give it, take it, about right?
I think the 49ers, me personally, I just feel like the 49ers were going to go into this game and just do damage. Like, put up 30 points, probably only give up 13 max. So take that over. Like, the Niners, I think that's how you do it. I still don't bet, so I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But I think the Niners they cover. Whatever they need to do, you better go with them. Because I don't think the 49ers are going to come out here on a Monday night, lay an egg. With or without Trent Williams, I think the Niners were going to be prepared. Now, with Trent Williams, the run game should be on par, but they was going to figure it out, and that's why Kyle probably, in my opinion, looks so tense. Just making sure that he had the best available options to go. There's no option better than Trent Williams. But if Trent Williams wasn't here, the show was going to have to go on. And so I still believe that the Niners was going to get the job done.
Yeah, I like that. Thomas, what's up, brother? He says, is Trent the highest paid left tackle again? He was about $2 million in salary behind the top paid, but that wasn't the issue. It was guaranteed money. So I would probably guess he will be. That was important to him. Remember, he signed for like $100,000 more than David Bakhtiari whenever he did his other deal, right? Bakhtiari's now out of the league. Trent's signed another deal. Niners nailed that one. So if we don't know yet, the details aren't out. And to get the details, you have to follow the Wayne Breezy. He's the guy that breaks all the contract and all that stuff. But do you assume he's going to be the highest paid again? Like, they're going to elevate that to number 1?
It's tough, right? Because when I looked at the top 5 highest paid, I mean, if Trent Williams is the best in the game, even though he's older and he's still the best in the game. Like that's tough, right? Like for me that's a tough pill for me to swallow. So when I look at Penei Sewell, Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but there's two more up there. And so when you look at those top 5, Trent Williams is currently number 6. It's like if I'm better than him, you know what I'm saying? And so like I understand he signed his contract a while ago. Some of those guys signed their contract just recently, and that's how it works. But I think it's coming down to the guarantees. I never really thought it was about the top dollar because he's still going to get that top dollar. He's still going to probably be top 2-3 average per year. I think he still makes more average per year, but I think it's finding a way to get him money to where it's guaranteed, like you said. So I at this point, just whatever it is, get it done so he could just be in the building. Like Trent, we need Trent. Trent, I miss you, dog.
Yeah,
No
and
pun
he's
intended.
on his way. He's probably back by now. Private jets, they don't do layovers. I fly Southwest. I don't think Trent's out there on, picking his seat. That's not what it is. But that's okay.
I
I'm
heard they
happy
were getting
for
rid of that option too. You
I
can't
know
pick your
next
seat
year.
anymore.
I hate that, man. It's like my favorite. I'm A-list status because I go to all these damn games and all I do is fly. And so, man, if you go to any games this year, come party with us. 49ers Rush road trip week 2. We are going to be out in Minnesota. I can't freaking wait. We killed it last year. We're going to be Crave Rooftop downtown, rented the whole dang venue out. So it's going to sell out. Go get your tickets. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Kids are always free of charge with the ticketed adult. Don't have to buy for the kids, but it does cost to get all this represented. And then, of course, we've got our huge tailgate, which is going to be awesome right next to the stadium. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Those prices are about to go up. This is the last kind of day or 2 days at the price they're at because we have to finalize our numbers and then we got to bump it up because it costs more for the vendors and the cook of the food and the drinks and all that stuff that's included in the tailgate. So, man, if you want to go party with us, come on. We're doing the Seattle road game, the Tampa Bay road game, the Buffalo road game, and the Cardinals road game. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Man, let's go. I am so pumped. The year's back, Wayne. There's no bad juju.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like everybody should be ready to go. Like you know what it is? I think the anticipation, all the stuff that happened, the drama, the contract situations. I just want everybody to know we're gonna do this again next year. And it might be worse. Because you got more than just a Brandon Ayuk. You got 2. And I'm not saying that they're divas, but you got 2 defensive players that are going to want to be paid top dollar. And then I don't want to hear no crying, no nothing, because that's what they've earned. Travarius Ward is going to be earning his next contract, and then it's the first contract for Deommodore Lenoir, right? So it's going to get a little rough next year, but we'll be right back at it, man. But like John said, football season is here. 49ers play on Monday night. We get to watch other teams get beat up on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and we get to kind of like chillax and not have to worry about
It's going to
it.
be nice.
And it's Leonard Floyd versus Aaron Rodgers part 2. I just can't wait. Like I'm super excited.
Man, I'm pumped. This is awesome. This is just enjoy this. How long this is. And, it's funny because this is kind of the last week of NFL optimism for 32 teams. And every team assumes this is their year. We're not the only ones. And we'll see. Week 1 does not decide a season, but it does make a very important thing. You remember when Shanahan was like, everybody's like, you can't win early. You can't win early. You can't win early. He kind of changed that narrative. We'll see if that continues. But tomorrow, everybody that is here, the Wayne Breezy Show, only place you're going to get it. You got to join us over there, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. The Wayne Breezy. Wayne, whenever you're ready, take us out. Vibes are good.
The vibes are great. So let's get rid of that good word. Let's focus on great. We got the Silverback back in the building. The deal was going to go down. It's probably pending whatever the language is they got to figure out. And the Niners play football on Monday night. I don't care if Brock Purdy is 0-2 on Monday night. That was then. This is now. Faithful, get ready because the show is about to start. Monday Night Football. Till the next time, stay faithful, people. We out. Peace.